Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Eric Percival, or Scuffed Gaming, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. Today, I'm going to be playing Plain Jane Apollyon. You may recall that I played Tainted Apollyon some time ago, and that Tainted Apollyon was the one that made Red Locusts with Abyss, and instead we have the Void, which is once per 6 rooms. It is going to, if I remember correctly, consume consume items. If they're passive items, then we're going to get stat ups if we don't want them. And if they are active use items, we're going to add them to the pile, so to speak. And every time we use Abyss thereafter, it is going to use whatever items that we had. It's pretty good with things that required being charged, things like Eden's Soul, I can't remember the name of the other one. The one where you have to add a bunch of soul hearts together and then you get a couple of angel deal items. Alabaster box, because you don't have to charge them. The trade-off, of course, is that our stats are not that good in the beginning. We have 2 HP, average damage, below average tears rate, average movement speed, things like this, and totally just blanked out for a second. Got hit for literally no reason. Yeah, sometimes these spider enemies can be tough, guys. You know, you get a little bit complacent. It's funny because obviously recently I played an incredible run with Tainted Lost where we didn't get hit during the entirety of the entire run, and yet here I am getting smacked by a by a bomb spider in the very first floor. Now, if we do get the virus here, I will not be voiding it. But if we get a pill, I will not be using it either. I will take the virus. You know what? Alright, so white on white is a Horf pill. Very cool, very good. Very alright. Very sweet. Very radical. I could have swore that I subscribed to the external info mod, so I don't know why, although I could have just misseen it. So I'm supposed to have the external info mod on this save file. I really could use a bomb here. Same general rules apply to playing this character as other characters. You want to be able to protect your chances for deals. You want to beat bosses without getting hit. And you want to generally try to hope for things like tears rate and damage. If I had to choose between the two, people who know me know I prefer tears rate. A good way to think about tears rate is as essentially a multiplier for your damage. Excellent. We got 2 bombs. Red champion spawner. We really don't like that. Okay, well, back up, bud. It also doesn't help that we have average range. You know, average range, usually, in my opinion anyway, you will find that average range is a little bit lacking. In one man's personal opinion. Average range could be lacking. And, you know, seriously, where's our item room? No, did I miss it? No. Must have missed it. Yeah, because normally if we had the external info mod, I'm pretty sure this pill would show up as a question mark, so I don't think it's working. I'll have to do some testing and see why it's not working. I have to come back later and buy that. There it is. Yeah, so this would definitely qualify as something that we should void. Because farting baby is not my idea of a good time. Give us tears rate and range, 2 things that we did need. So that's cool beans. So that's the beauty of Void. Void is a wonderfully simple mechanic to be played on this character, wherein you can take most of the time items that you don't need, convert them into stats to make yourself stronger. You can see we're barely able to outrun Blighted. Oh, barely. This little rock turn in here is made to catch you. Yeah. Yep. I don't like experimental treatment. Experimental treatment has a tendency to shuffles your stats around in kind of weird ways, where it's like, oh, it's 4 stat ups and 2 stat downs, but one of those stat downs could be our HP, and that is not my idea of a good time. Oh, the counterfeit penny. It is a shame, don't get me wrong, it's a shame that we are not going to be able to get our hands on. Oh, we're not going to be able to convert experimental treatment into stats, so we're kind of lacking. Also, our UI is just gone. Is Curse of the Lost? Does Curse of the Lost do that? It just kills our UI entirely? I don't remember that ever being the case. I don't remember Curse of the Lost just obliterating our UI. Yeah. Why can we not see our items? I don't know if that external info mod destroyed our game, but I guess we're just gonna have to keep track of whatever we have normally. Oh, I'm so bright. It's because we don't actually have any passive items. We voided the one passive item we were supposed to have. We don't have anything. Excuse me. I will take the 120 volt. 120 volt is good. If things get close to us, we can burn them down like so. You may also notice that the 120 volt can chain between enemies, which is just phenomenal. It's really cute. Thank you. Thank you for that. Lots of tinted rocks, but no soul hearts, huh? Now, no extra trinket room. We do also have a mini battery in here that we can use to charge void. Just in case we don't like one of our boss items, or we don't, you know, don't think it's as good as what it could be. I wish I could get rid of Claudius forever, guys. Should have probably gone for that fire initially. Move. Alright. Find the boss is going to be Dingle. Okay. Don't think that was supposed to hit us, but it is what it is. Now, I don't have to get that close to the enemy, I know, but just trying to get in cheeky damage. I will take the speed up. We'll check our double deal. The mark. The mark A. I don't have a lot of confidence that I can sneak this without getting hit, but we'll try. Okay. So we get the mark, which is of course going to give us an additional little bit of speed up, a little bit of damage up. I'm going to do the rest of these rooms in the hopes for pickups. I don't know where the secret room is. I believe it should be above this long room. Maybe. No? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Now we'll just go down. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go check later and see why the external info mod. I am subscribed to it, so I'm not quite sure what happened. I even checked before the beginning of this video to make sure it was properly installed, and it seemed to be, but obviously not. All right. Dark Bum, huh? Now people know about my love for Dark Bum. But it just like helps spit out so hard, so we'd be crazy not to take him. So far we haven't gotten the chance to really use and abuse Void. We voided like one item, maybe two items. But I mean, it's always going to be there just in case we find ourselves. I will take the tick. Tick is going to reduce bosses' HP by 15%. It normally would be a big problem. We can't remove it. But you have to remember also that we don't really care because we have double trinket. The other one is currently the counterfeit penny. There's gotta be one more in here somewhere, right? Yep. Still one more, huh? Goodness, this room is obnoxious. Got a challenge room. It's not every day that I do a challenge room with chests in it. But usually a good rule of thumb is if there's a golden chest and you feel powerful enough, you can totally do the challenge room. If you have the confidence, the skill, precision, the accuracy. I have faith that we will be able to find... Okay. Man. Getting tuned up by these little grubs. But today is just not my day. It's a good thing we found 2 soul hearts, because apparently we were just going to lose one immediately. Like a true professional. Showing off my skills here. It could be here, but it's not. I'm not holding my breath. Yeah. Finding these secret rooms has been a challenge. Yeah, I don't know where they are. Yeah, let's go, Dark Bum with the hookup. Thanks for the attack spider, dude. I love it. I wish to keep it forever. I don't know whose idea these cross turrets were, but you guys really have to calm down with these amazing ideas that you've had. Yeah, the cross-shot death rattles. Gonna be the end of me. Thank goodness he went ahead and offed himself. I like how I had to go like all the way around, and everywhere I went, these little kakas were running away from me the whole time. This is XL? It is XL. Okay, I was like, there's no way, right? No way I should get this many of these giant floors. Flooded caves, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna make it really hard to find the secret room. I should probably just stop checking. These guys always split into the same 6-sided hex pattern. Strength card could help us get a discount on our double deal if we get a double deal. 32% currently. Not likely. you know, not gonna hold my breath on this devil deal. We definitely lost a lot of HP though in these last rooms. But it just goes to show, like, we're not really all that powerful. We don't have a lot of confidence in our ability to burn down these enemies quickly, especially because our tears rate is not that good. Our tears rate is not horrible, but our tears rate is also not that good. Normally I'd feel a little bit more confident in our ability to burn these enemies down. The coupon, huh? Yeah, we'll take the coupon. Free battery charge. We'll even void the coupon. Bomb this guy. We'll come back. So now every time that we use void, for those of you that don't know how this works, now every time we use void, we will get to use the coupon. The coupon will proc every time now from now on. It's a nightmare. These enemies are so fun. I like fighting random fireflies. Alright. Pause. Ugh. We don't even really want to void pause because we wouldn't be able to take advantage of pause. That's probably one of the last things we wanted to see. You know, normally when you see void, you're like, oh man, you know, I could totally take advantage of void and you know, stack together a whole bunch of really good items like all the books. The books are always really good because you can totally have like the Book of Shadows, Satanic Bible, and all these amazing, truly amazing book items. Ugh, didn't like that at all. Alright, fight the boss. One of the bosses. Curse the XL. $120 showing why it could be a big player in this fight against Chubb because you can stay close to it. The ads get burned down. Chain lightning that we spawn with 120 volt. That being said, you don't really usually want to play so close to enemies. Maybe it was a mistake to pick it up. I should have probably voided it. Yeah. That's definitely a good get for us. Divorce Paper is going to give us a Bone Heart and also is going to raise the tears up. Will that hit us? Will that come over here? No. Hopefully we can get a red heart. Already I can feel our damage is ramped up a little bit because of this very simple tears up. It makes a world of difference, guys. I know it sounds kind of silly, but it's true. It's like if you're shooting another shot every second, an additional shot every second, you're putting that much more damage down range. This card is death. Alright, well. I would like to say that everything's coming up Millhouse, but it is not. We're gonna have to try to play this next boss without getting hit, and these Flooded Caves bosses, while not likely to kill us, are not the easiest either. I might have to just bomb some of these rocks out of the way. I did not think about that. Completely neglected the fact that because it's Flooded Caves, the chain lightning is reaching even further than it would normally, but hey. you fool! Alright, well this would normally give us a shot speed up and additional chance for planetarium. But I just think it's better to void it. And I may regret doing so because I do love me a planetarium. But it's not likely to get a planetarium unless we choose to go for beast this run, which is still possible. You know, we could skip the next item room. It sounds a little crazy because we have void. Hey, you know what? Let's do it. Here you go, Dark Bum, you crazy SOB. You know, it'd be great, bud, if you gave me some soul hearts. I know that sounds like a crazy notion, but the truth is that some soul hearts would be nice, especially considering the fact that you've eaten like 8 of my things. Like my bonies are getting killed by the spike rock. By regular spikes, the spike rock. I don't know who decided that the chain lightning should be chaining to my allied bonies, but I'm kind of glad that's over. All right. Curse of the Unknown. I think we're on 6 HP. Super Leapers. The damage is still now is lacking even more than before. 5.9 damage is not where you want to be at. And it may sound crazy that we're even considering passing up the item room here because our damage is so low. But we're gonna try to have hope and faith that our devil deal will be good. Hopefully it will. You never know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Shocked that that other bombfly did not die in that exchange. I think took a piece out of our bone heart. Yeah, you could already tell, like, our damage is not good. .9. You really want to be at 6+ here in the depths. Obviously more is always better. There's a cross shot. Death rattle. We're just having to shoot enemies so gosh darn much to get, you know, these kills. I figured I might as well bomb it. I know that we're gonna get that penny or that sticky nickel at some point. It's the bane of beginning new players everywhere. You know what we'll skip one item room. Ow. There we go, we can get them all in a line, and I'm pretty sure we still have our bone heart. Yeah, we do. PhD. We'll buy PhD. Another tears up. Fantastic. That's a good sign. I mean, if anything, we've got the fire rate. A little bit of damage would go a long way. Even one more point of damage and we would be burning down these enemies at a much faster rate. It's always so hard to tell on these floors if there's going to be like a library or something like that that we can use Void in. And we always hope for things like a library. I mean, we hope for a library normally, but it's incredible with Void. Because now we're talking about like, well, every time I use Void, you know, I get like I said before, the Book of Shadows, the Satanic Bible, all these crazy things. You can really pop off. Health up? Yep.
Health up.
I usually don't take pills, but PhD is a huge MVP. HTC. MSNBC. Alright, well there goes our bone heart. What can you do? You know, a big part of being able to defend oneself in this game is having the damage to do so, and we just don't have it. You know, we just can't do it. You know, we can afford a heck of a deal. You know, so if we get a deal, I don't know what that was. I've been playing a little bit sloppy. I'll admit, you know, I've been playing a little bit sloppy for sure. But we're just having to shoot enemies a lot before they die. And we're not being left a lot of room to do this kind of dodging. You know, not to mention the fact that we have to do more dodging because we can't kill these enemies quickly. Honest to goodness, I can't see what's falling on us from above. We might be in a lot of trouble right now. Like, I don't know how much HP we have. We might even lose this run. We don't need more speed, so we'll probably void that. Wow. That's a great devil deal. I love it. I think I'll take it. That's 100%. Now, the game is making it pretty clear that it's upset that we won that lost run. Alright, we do get some damage, and yeah, I'm gonna be a man of my word, we're gonna go down. How much HP do we have? 6.5? Alright. 6.5 HP, we have 6 points of damage per tick. The Hermit is going to remove all the floor pickups and items on the floor and change them into money. Fly, yep. And we might just get carried by PhD this run. Absolutely no joke. There's a huge chance that we just get carried by PhD. Charge baby would be nice. Actually, it's a good thing that I stopped myself just then, because that was going to be real bad. There's a charge key. We can come back. Excellent. There's a really annoying room. Let's go see if we can somehow... I'm going to use Void and it's going to coupon something in this room. Excellent. Dart Bomb saw you, friend. You want to pick that up? You want to pick that up, bud? You want to pick that up? Are you okay? You okay, Dark Bum? Alright. Yep. Are you all right? Like, come on, friend. Come on. All right, we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna buy this soul heart. Got a sack. The hermit can turn this into money, and we just will. All right. Still 16 cents, looking sharp. So we need to find our tinted skull, so I'm just going to clear the rest of these back rooms of any suspicion. Make sure that we don't have to backtrack all the way over here in order to get our dues. Turns out it's a good thing that I did because our item room is down here. Sir! God, some people just think they run the world, you know? Some people just think they own the whole Wendy's, you know? You don't own the Wendy's, sir. Alright. Yeah, that would be another void target for you. And maybe we'll get tears, maybe we'll get speed. You just never know. You're a dead man. It's that strange thing, really. I mean, we could probably even just pay this charge beggar. Might as well save ourselves a little bit of time. I know it's lazy, and I know that we still have another floor. You know, theoretically, we have another floor. And I will try to take this to Beast. I mean, I'm not holding my breath on being able to win. More damage. Yep. That's pretty good, Void. Void is showing off why it's such a good item. And remember, there's no deal in the next floor. There is a shop, but there's no deal. You know, there's a shop and there's an item room. But it's not the same as like going for a mother or anything like that, where every single floor you have an additional chance for a deal. You know. Super Leapers, 2 Visses. This room is not my idea of a good time. I don't think we really want no, because Void could potentially suck up a really amazing active item, like some kind of a book. There's still a chance. You know, we have to remember that there's still a chance for us to find a good book item or something like that. Sir, please. Thank you. Found this. Get 2 bombs. Yeah, this corridor just keeps on going. Good times, good times. I am tempted to move off of this trinket to another trinket at this point because we're not going to be able to use more than 15 cents in the next store. At least not in theory. And there's always a chance that like the next shop contains membership card. We're gonna wish that we had, you know, buco bucks, but it's not likely. Also, where in the heavens is our tinted skull? You know, have I just God, just miss it? Now, you know, Binding of Isaac creators, you didn't have to make the floors this big. There it is. You know, it takes me like a whole minute to get over here. The Ace of Diamond. It's kind of a shame. I don't think there's any pickups on the floor that we could use, but we could take the Ace of Diamonds with us on the following floor. We're gonna go do the mom fight on 7.19 damage in a dream. And in fact, I'll take the Locust to Famine. That slowing effect that you saw was the Locust to Famine. Yep. It's kind of crazy to know that that if this was like a Tainted Isaac run, we would barely have it. Spirit of the Night would give us Flying and Spectral, so I will take it. We'll full card out. Go open the door. Take the Ace of Diamonds. I don't want the Ace of Diamonds. Nah. Strength card. Yeah, we'll try to force the issue. We're in it now. No turning back. I'm drowsy. Bombs are key, huh? Yeah, we don't really need 7 keys, I guess. That's fair. Very cute. Now the real question is, do we want to take the strength into the last fight, or do we want to take... No. No. Classic. The classic Binding of Isaac double tap. Might come back for you, sir. Or do we want to take the strength into the post-Dogma fight, to be more precise? And I do think that the strength is probably the play. The primary reason being that strength is going to give us an additional HP and a lot of damage to follow. Yeah, not doing that. It's been a long time since I've had to fight these mausoleum enemies. I've completely forgotten how difficult they can be if you're not just like ridiculously strong by the end of it. It's also been a while since I felt, you know, frankly, this weak, this outright weak, even though with 7.19 HP, you know, better runs have, or more winning runs have run on much less, but at the same time, like, this just doesn't feel that strong. It doesn't feel like we have anything really crazy going for us. We'll take this. You know, the thing that we think we have going for us is that we have the tick and the bosses are not going to be alive for as long, to try to make up for the fact that our damage is pretty medium. I mean, just look how many times we have to shoot this one target. Sharp key, yeah, I mean... We don't much care for sharp key. We'll just do a deposit. This is getting a little bit ugly, guys. I'm starting to regret this decision. We gonna take the Locust into the item room. We're gonna definitely need to get that extra life going. Although if we take the extra life, yeah, it's not gonna be worth it. I just realized if we take the extra life, we don't have the strength card, and the strength card might be one of our only pieces of game against these endgame bosses. Alright, here we go. We could void Dad's note, and then we would be soft locked in that room.
Just get over it.
How could you have spent our
It's what I've always wanted. More money. Let's go. Let's go. Eugh. Yuck. 0.5 more tears rate. We'll take it. What exactly were you shooting at, sir? I was not even close to that. Man, it can really make you wonder. Now, how much damage is enough for these kinds of late game fights? You know, and I can't knock Void for I can't knock Void for trying to help us out here. Sometimes it feels like these whipping guys, you know, snap you well before you're within range. And I remember we did skip the Depths 1 item room also, so we will be checking in on that. Yeah, that's deserved. It's gonna be a nail biter at this rate. We didn't even get to get rid of the last piece of HP that we had because that last deal was not worth the full 3. So when we go to the bedroom, we're not gonna be able to get the soul hearts from the bedroom. And we have voided. Range up, sure. We avoided some active use items, including the sprinkler, but nothing to write home about. I'm really hoping that that's Hierophant. Yes. Keep us alive. You know, make us feel better about our bad play. Just the Depths 2 item room. Did I check the Depths 2 item room? I mean, we could check it. I know it's a little less than safe, but might as well. The reason why I took Child's Heart also, just for those of you wondering at home, is because it, in theory, is going to give us more red heart drops, which will then be converted into Dark Bum, giving us, in theory, great charge, baby stun there, some more soul hearts that we will need. This is just the perfect enemy for us to be fighting in this room. I'm drowsy. Yeah, that's funny. Well, that is undefined. I mean, I suppose we could void undefined, but it is going to teleport us the next time that we use it. But we are not a coward, obviously, because we would not be here if we were a coward. We would have just gone to the womb. Foolhardy, maybe. There's a chance that Undefined could send us to I Am Error, and I'm not sure what would happen if we got sent to I Am Error. We're playing this guy for an HP up. Or the compass. We look like a little bit of a fool for voiding Undefined, because we could have voided the compass. We don't need to know where we're going anymore. So that's on me again. In my defense, I did not know that we were going to be getting the compass.
You need to repent. You need to confess your sins and become saved. Let his light inside you cleanse your soul.
You know what is a funny thought though? Also, is that we technically could void.
Pray for your salvation.
Technically could void inner child for stats instead of trying to get the HP up, but it just feels a little bit like what we would want would be what we're getting from the strength card. Oh, very funny. You know, we would want damage. I'll leave that room. Don't want to be in that room. Now you can imagine this without flying in Spectral. Wow, that hit us? Amazing! I am kind of honestly hoping that we get sent to, like, I am error or something like that at this point. Just because you can see for yourself how much help that we need still. You know, it's gonna be a drawn-out fight against the beast. Our damage is not overwhelming. Our stats are not ridiculous. I mean, our tears rate is really good. Yeah, we have a lot of bombs that we could pepper into both fights if we're lucky enough to even get to Beast with the amount of damage we have, but this is XL. Yeah. And it's a dead end. I was really, I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping for Magic Mush. We went the wrong way. Apparently the very middle room is like the best room ever. The Emperor. Now the Inverted Emperor card is going to make us fight a boss from this floor. And I'm not sure if it's going to spawn here on caves, how that's going to work. Do we get soft locked? I don't know. But we can find out here and now. Don't want that, sir. I don't want that. Hierophant. We have been getting bailed out by some of these cards. All right, let's run this. It's gonna be Sister's Vis. First one down. So apparently Enraged Sister's Vis summons those like little demon boys. That's cool. Didn't know that. It's HP up. We want the stats. And I just realized that because we voided undefined, we can never use void again. All right. Oh. Learn from my mistakes, everybody. Learn from my mistakes. Okay. So one of the things happened that I really did want to happen, which is we got sent to the I am error room. We're gonna get a Tears Up. Strength card, a Judgment card. We'll play this Judgment. We get an HP up. Our Tears rate is above the cap. I'm getting a little bit of help. Bumbo, I mean, yeah. Welcome to the team, friend. We are going to take Metal Plate. A third Pretty Fly. Yeah, our Tears rate is looking stacked now. Now here's a tip for those of you who get into these rooms you don't want to be in them. You could leave in the Ascent. Now some people forget that the Ascent does not count as the chest, and so you can bomb your way out of them if you so desire. Now did we go the right way? Don't know. but hopefully we'll find out soon. Also, I don't know what that was that hit us. And one thing's for sure, this has been a very surprisingly ugly game. I'm gonna hit these buttons one at a time. This got sent to IM error room again. Hook up. What a weird IM error room. It spawned a dono machine. Bumbo, go to town, have fun. I know some people don't like Bumbo, and truth be told, I don't like Bumbo, but at the same time, if he's going to be a part of our supplementary damage, then that's great. I will take experimental treatment. Gave us tears up, took away our range, took which actually 6 shots per second is pretty good. Also, it gave us an HP up. So we almost have a full rack of HP, no complaints, absolutely 0 complaints HP wise. Sad about the damage, but we're gonna fight with what we've got. We're gonna try to squeeze water. We're gonna try to squeeze blood from stone here in this run. Try to get a W against Dogma and Beast. It might be a long fight, and I know this video is already pretty long, but we're gonna try nonetheless. Health up, sure. Any HP we can get, right? I was sent to the IM error room again. It is very important that I do not use Void while we're in the main boss battle. And I am going to fish at least one more time for IM error room. Did you know that these enemies just give up if they can't reach you? Spirit shackles and a bunch of pills. How does this work? 48-hour energy. Bad gas. Horf. I'm just going to use these 48-hour energies. Range up. Balls of steel. Hey, let's go. We want the bomb, so we will not be using that. Take this. Honestly, I don't know how Spirit Shackles works. Squeezy. And our tiers continue to climb. Here, let me look up Spirit Shackles really quick. Sorry about this. Upon death, Isaac turns into a ghost that is linked to Isaac's dead body similarly to the soul and can continue fighting with the half heart. Isaac comes back to life after 10 seconds after this effect, cause it doesn't take damage. He has flight while he's in ghost form but no spectral. After this effect occurs, Spirit Shackles cannot activate again until he gains half or a full soul heart. Soul hearts that are used to charge Spirit Shackles will not be added to his health. What an interesting item. That's really good, actually. Okay, that changes a lot because we have a lot of ways to CC the opponents now with our current loadout, if you will. Now, obviously, stunning the TV is not going to stun Dogma, so all of our stunning effects are not really going to come into play until phase 2 and against the Harbingers. One way you could dodge this beam is by staying outside of the cardinal directions of this shot. And then I guess in a way it's a little bit of a blessing because if you're going to get to watch what the Dogma fight looks like when you're not ridiculously OP. You're actually having to fight it normally. At 6th luck, we are fortunate enough to have a pretty good number of proc rate for our stunning effects. But as you can see, Dogma doesn't stay stunned for very long. Probably like a couple of seconds at most. And will willingly spend several bombs to shorten the amount of time that this fight takes place. Of course he would hit me at the end. Okay. Moving on, everyone, to the Harbingers fight. Thank goodness we have the tick. They're going to have far less HP. Give the people what they want. Let's get it. Crack the strain card for the damage up. Thank goodness the Harbingers will get stunned a lot more often than a lot of the others. We're putting in a lot of damage. And remember, we also do have the Dogma item. And the Dogma item does give us also a damage up. Flat damage up. I'm going to try to layer up some of these poison gas clouds as much as possible. That's one strategy you can employ against the Pestilence. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight, you know, the normal way against all these Harbingers. They're gonna get to use their full suite of attacks against us. Yeah, and we're not like super weak. You know, it's not like we're having a super tough time. Okay, well, not where I was standing, but okay. Oh, we have average. I've seen people have to do this fight with like 4 or 5 damage at a crazy tier rate, or even a weaker tier rate than we have. Our tier rate is ridiculous compared to what I've seen in the past, but make no mistake, we usually do these beast fights, I'm not ashamed to admit, with a lot more of an overpowered build. The reason why some people you may see from different videos use bombs and pepper in bombs a lot during the course of these fights is because they ignore armor. It's just a flat extra 100 damage that you get to deal to the bosses. You know, and I'll also admit that I think the Beast is not necessarily the most difficult fight in the world. I mean, you need to have some amount of platforming athleticism in order to avoid getting hit by the stalagmites, you know, the fires, things like that. Especially sometimes on the way back, because your stalagmites on the way back sometimes can fall, so you kind of need to be kind of in front of, see, like these? So you need to be kind of in front of the beast, but you can get hit still. Wow, that was a lot faster than I thought. It's the bombs! It's the bombs, ladies and gentlemen. Bombs are dealing a lot of damage. We just prepped them. We're out of bombs now, but this fight is almost over. This fight is going to be over soon. All right.
Then suddenly, the sky above cracked,
Sky.
and a white beam of light reached down into the earth. smiting
Yeah, so
the
I mean
mother
that's a
of
beast
harlots
fight, and
asunder
man, it was
and setting the blood
certainly
red
not that
to
exciting of a beast fight.
as the
I'll
beast
say that much
descended
for
down into the lake of
this run, but I think I can
fire.
also
Isaac
say with
ascended
confidence that
towards the
Void
crack in the sky, and as
proved
he
why it's
flew, he could see
a
echoes of
semi-interesting
his
item,
past
and without
before
it, we would
He saw
for sure
his
not have
mother
been able to
mourning
beat
the
this
loss
boss.
of her son. He saw his
Or
father
it would have been
leaving
probably
them
an
without
additional
turning
10
to
to
say
20 minute
goodbye.
long fight, not 10
He
to
saw
20.
his mother
I bet
sleeping,
another 10
and
minute
his
long
father
fight,
taking money
because
from her purse. He heard the
wow, we
late
didn't get
night
that many
fights
damage
they
ups during the
had
course
that
of this
kept him
run.
up
We
at
used
night,
Void to give
and the guilt
ourselves
he felt for
damage
what he
ups.
believed he was causing.
Yeah, I don't believe we got
He
any
felt the
damage
pain
ups
in
in
his
our item
stomach
rooms or in
during
our
those
boss
sleepless
rooms,
nights.
or even in our
He
devil
saw his
deals.
shadow in
So
the closet
Void
waiting
can
for
save
him.
your run because it
As
turns
he
all the
rose,
trash
he
items
felt
you would
his
get into
fears
stats,
drop from
and
his
that's how I
breast.
suggest using it.
His shame, his
Um,
worry, pulled from
Hopefully
his
in a
pain.
future video I'll
As
have
he
the
became
ability to
lighter,
actually use
his
Void for what
ascent
it's more
became
intended for, which is just
faster.
to stack items together.
He saw his
And
one true
remember,
companion alive
everyone,
and
do
well.
not use Void
He
to
saw
pick
his
up
mother and
teleports,
father
because then you will
together
never be
again,
able to use Void again.
holding each other. He felt
We
his
did
mother
end up
kissing him on the
getting
head
Iron Arrow
after he had
rooms to
said his
save our run,
prayers, and the comfort in knowing someone
but
was watching over him.
if we had done
He
that
saw
earlier, it
his
would have
own
come back to
birth,
haunt us for the rest
and
of
the
the run. So
faces of his
definitely don't do
parents
that unless it's
filled with
late in the
joy
run and you're
and
using it to
optimism.
cheat your way into free
And
items.
then he saw
I want to thank you
nothing.
so much for watching,
Are you sure this is
and I
how
hope you have
want
a great
the story
day.
to end, Isaac? You're the
Catch
one
you later,
writing it. It
everyone.
doesn't have to end this way. Here, how about we tell it a different way? Maybe a happy ending?
Okay, Daddy.
Good. Are you getting sleepy yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so Isaac and his parents lived in a small house